Hi there, welcome to another of my reviews of Tai Lopez's 67 Steps. This is Step 39, Alienating the 82% with your messy message, the proper use of the niche. Now first of all, let's get something out of the way. I say niche, some people say niche. I think niche sounds more sophisticated. I've always said niche, and I think niche is an American thing, maybe. Anyway, whatever. So this one is about focus. So it's broken down into three kind of sections. So the first one is this idea of choice. You know, we all have choice. That's true, but we're kind of hypnotized by this whole variety of choice that we are supposedly have access to, you know? And the truth is, you're probably not a Tesla or a Da Vinci, one of these people who can do amazing things in many different areas. If you're lucky, maybe you're Shakespeare or Einstein or somebody who is amazing in one area. And so first of all, there's one choice out of the way. Guess what? You don't have a million things you could possibly do. You have very few. But the real thing is, you don't need to be universal. Your business, your product, your everything doesn't have to be universal. Focus on 18%. Now, some statistic, some study, some book, somewhere, I believe in this case it's that 0 to 1 book, says 18% is the niche size to go for. And you know, if you can get 18% people to listen to you, become engaged with you, you don't need universal. You know, 18% is a lot of people. I mean, McDonald's only has 10% of the fast food market. So 18% is great. If you are sending out emails and 18% of them are being read, or, you know, these kinds of things, 18% of people are getting back to you, that's pretty good. So most innovation actually comes out of the niche, you know. If you go for the broad market, you're going to be so pablum, as I like to say, that you're going to fail. You know, like I say, innovation comes from the niche. Look at the PC. I mean, the PC started out as a, you know, build it yourself, very, very narrow niche bunch of nerds and pocket protectors in the 70s. That's where the PC came out of. And look at it today. And nobody sat there and said, you know, I'm going to start with these guys, but eventually it's going to be for the world. Didn't work like that. Focus on the niche. So understand that if you get a small amount of people, you're going to thrive. So shrink it down. You know, start with small market, small steps. This idea of think globally, act locally has been co-opted for this. And, you know, solve enough small problems, and you're going to eventually spread out. That shouldn't be your goal, but just solve problems for a small group of people. So that's part number one. Part number two is, you know, don't be afraid to be strongly focused on that 18%, so strongly focused that you alienate 82% of everybody else. You know, you don't want to go around trying to piss people off, but, you know, don't care if everybody likes you. You know, you go to a party, the person you want to speak to is not the person who's trying to make everybody feel good. Or at least in my opinion, the person you want to speak to is the person who's interesting. So, you know, focus. Focus on getting that 18% on your side, engaging with them and keeping them. And part number three, this idea of making your mess your message. Now, this comes from this woman who, to be honest, I don't really know. I can't even remember her name at this point. And she was, I think, a broadcaster, and she had cancer. And her mother said, you know, look, make your mess your message. Go out there and help women who have this cancer and so on like that. And that's extreme. Hopefully you're not in that situation. But, you know, a lot of us have stories of difficulty or stories, you know, personal stories. Take that story and build your message from out of that. And if you do that clearly and strongly and unashamedly, you know, if you're not afraid to be vulnerable, you're going to get 18%. Don't try and hide your flaws or the hardships that you've gone through in your life, because that's what makes you interesting. That's what makes you believable. People want experts, and expertise comes from focus and experience and determination. And showing how you got over hardships is a great way to show to people that you're real. So this one's really short. I mean, gosh, only 5 minutes. And I think it's very profound, this one. Right now, I'm kind of in the midst of dealing with this with a good friend of mine and who has an amazing story, and trying to get that story out as part of the message is really an amazing focus. So, questions. What's your niche? Question number 1. Question number 2. Who have you been trying to please that you're going to stop trying to please? Sometimes it's a spouse or a parent or friends or church group or whatever. Don't try and please everybody. Okay, and number 3 is, what's your messy message? What's your personal hardship story or background that you can get out there and show, look, I'm legitimate. This is who I am. What's your messy message? There you go. Step 39. Hope you're enjoying these. I'm really enjoying recording these. And I hope you subscribe wherever that is. And stay tuned for the next, whatever it is, 28 steps. All right. See you then. Bye.